Good morning. Today I'm going to read to you A Moon for Mo and Mo by Jane Breskin Zaubin, illustrated by Merdicott Amini. For Penny, who loves me almost as much as Sahadi's chocolate raisins, but whom I love more than the sun, moon, and stars, and to where it all began in Brooklyn many generations ago. JBZ. For Mum, Dad, and Monty, M.A. Moses Feldman lived at one end of Flatbush Avenue, and Mohammed Hassan lived at the other. One fall day, each boy went with his mother to a store right in the middle of the avenue. Bells tinkled when they went inside. The air smelled of spices and fresh teas. Baskets were filled with apricots, figs, dates, nuts, and pomegranates, bursting with seeds that glistened like little red jewels. Each boy ran down the market's aisles. When Moses grabbed powdered candies, Mrs. Feldman cried out, "Mo, don't touch!" As sweet nougats tumbled off a shelf, Mrs. Hassan warned, "Mo, be more careful." Mo and Mo turned around and stared at each other. Sugar dusted their noses, cheeks, and fingers. "Are you twins?" asked Mr. Sahadi, the store owner, "or cousins?" Each boy shook his head no. Mo peered at Mo's curly dark hair and brown eyes, just like his. Mo noticed Mo's olive skin and shy smile, just like his. Mr. Sahadi handed each boy a piece of thick taffy. "Thank you," they said together, both grinning widely. "Do you live around here?" asked Mo. Mo pointed down the street one way. "I live here too," said Mo, pointing the other way. Mo bounced his favorite ball, the pink rubber one that had lots of bounce, toward Mo. Mo bounced it back. Back and forth it went until it rolled behind Mr. Sahadi's counter. "I think this kind of ball is better in a food store," said Mr. Sahadi. He gave them each a large falafel ball, still warm, stuffed inside fluffy pita bread. "I'm so full. I feel like I swallowed a big bowling ball," Mo said after he took his last bite. "Me too," said Mo, patting his stomach. While Mrs. Feldman waited with her basket, Mrs. Hassan waited with hers. When it was time to go, the boys waved. "See you soon," they called out. But they didn't. Weeks passed. Mrs. Feldman was getting ready for Rosh Hashanah, the holiday celebrating the new year. As she made a brisket and rugula, Mo got pastry dough everywhere. "Enough, Mo," sighed Mrs. Feldman. Mrs. Hassan was preparing for Ramadan, the holiest month of the year. As she roasted lamb and mixed date cookies, Mo spilled chopped dates on the floor. "Enough, Mo," sighed Mrs. Hassan. Finally, their mothers decided to take a break and brought each boy to the park. The boys were surprised to see each other. "Race you to the playground," yelled Mo. "On your mark, get set, go," Mo yelled back. They climbed, swung, and played hide and seek. Look, it looks like the moms are just getting to know each other here for the first time, maybe. Meanwhile, both mothers glanced around the crowded playground. Where were Mo and Mo? Mrs. Feldman ran in circles. "Mo! Mo!" Mrs. Hassan was also frantic. "Mo! Mo!" Fearful moments felt like endless hours. They decided to search together. That's when they found Mo and Mo. Happy and muddy, the boys looked up from digging. Each mother held her son and cried tears of joy. You are the sun, moon, and stars, Mrs. Hassan said to Mo. And everything in between, Mrs. Feldman said to Mo. And then the mothers hugged each other. As they all walked home, Mo asked, Can we have a picnic in the park later? Both mothers nodded. At sundown, they feasted under a leafy tree. Mo brought date cookies crumbled with almonds. Mo brought rugula with raisins. Shalom, said Mo's family, wishing peace. Salam, said Mo's family, wishing peace. That night, the first sliver of the moon shone down on Mo. He looked out his bedroom window and whispered to the starry sky, A blessed Ramadan, Mo. Mo also looked out his bedroom window and whispered into the moonlit night, Happy New Year, Mo. And the same moon watched over both boys as they slept. Mo at one end of Flatbush Avenue and Mo at the other. And here are some recipes at the back of books. At the back of this book, here's some more information about Rosh Hashanah and a recipe for rugula, the dough and the filling. And here's some information about Ramadan. Ramadan actually starts today, so that is why I'm sharing this story with you. Micah and his family might be observing Ramadan. I'm not sure, but I know that they are a Muslim family. And so it would be interesting to read more about this and to find out from Micah if they are doing any type of cooking or celebrating, and if their family fasts during the day. Fasting means that they don't eat until the nighttime. And I don't know that much about it, but I could read and learn more. So I hope that you like this book. Here's some more about Mo and Mo, about the author and the illustrator. And this story is available in your Epic library, as well as other stories about Ramadan. We learned just a little bit about it during our Christmas time when we were searching other holidays, but you can search Ramadan up in the search tool. And today during your reading, you can find lots of information and learn more about it.